They've been missing now for almost 3 months from Pictou County, Nova Scotia, and we have a pretty big update. Their stepfather's mother, who lives on the property, decided she's had enough and she wanted to show exactly what happened that day. The missing children are 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and her brother Jack, who was only 4 years old, and this is their property in Pictou County. Now, this is the trailer that the children were living in, but you can see out back, there is a mobile home in the corner, and this is where the stepfather's mother had been residing. This is Janie MacKenzie, Daniel Martel's mother. Now, Daniel Martel, of course, is the stepfather to Jack and Lilly. Janie contacted CBC and took this reporter on a full tour of where she was living. She even showed the patio door and the sounds it makes when it opens. She took her up into the woods. She toured the whole property. This is how Janie says the morning got started.
I was up at 6 o'clock, sat in there and had my tea. And then on Facebook, 7 o'clock, I get up, come over here, fed my chickens, I'm going back to bed. Okay, I went and I laid down. Next thing you know, my dog started barking and the kids were out in the yard. Now you can see there's 2 swings where the kids play. My bedroom is right there. I heard the kids. That's where I heard them. And I can hear everything in that trailer.
So she claims that she heard the kids come out in the backyard and play on this swing set. And she said she often hears Lilly yelling, "Jackie, Jackie," to her brother constantly. So she says she can always tell where they are.
The kids get out of the fence and come out through here. I would have heard them yelling, "Come on, Jackie, let's go, Jackie, let's go." I didn't hear anything. The next thing I heard is I heard Daniel yelling. He was yelling for Jack and Lilly. I didn't get up because I thought he was yelling for Jack and Lilly to get in the house. Came out of the trailer after I heard Daniel, about, I'd say, 10 minutes after I heard him, I come out of the trailer. Malaya was standing right here with Meadow on her hip. And I come out and I said, "What's up?" She said, "Jack and Lilly are missing." I said, "How long?" She said, "About 20 minutes.
Janie says as soon as she heard the children were missing, she immediately grabbed her boots and went up into the woods.
I closed the door, got my boots on, came out here, ran up in the woods. Just right up here. The kids have a little fort that they made out of sticks and fir branches, and that's where they go. You can see them and hear them. We went for walks in the woods. I had to practically carry Jack through the woods because there was no way that he was walking through all that tree falls and bushes. I did this whole area. There's an old road up back.
So this is the kids' little makeshift camp that they had up over the hill in the woods. She said she immediately went there to check, as did Daniel, and there was no sign of the children. Now, she did show the route that she took in the woods looking for the kids, and she made a point to say that anytime they've walked these woods to this road before, that she has to actually carry Jack because he can't make it through here with all the trees that have fallen down, the brush, etc.
When I got up to the top of the hill, I met Daniel. And I said to him, I said, "Did you find them?" He said, "No." He said, "You coming with me?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm going to search this area." Because when she told me the kids were missing, you automatically think they went into the woods. So I went up and I did this whole area, this whole wooded area, right up to the top of the dirt road, came back down here and came back down the side of the road, came back down here and came back up the same spot. I went back into the house by the time the cops were here.
Janie said after searching the woods, she went down and sat on a bench in the driveway and just started to cry.
I was crying because I blame myself for not getting up that morning to see the kids. Because if I would have got up, this wouldn't have never happened. Okay? That's why I was crying.
Next, the reporter asked Janie about what probably everyone has been talking about, the patio door. Now, during an interview, the family, the kid's mother and stepfather, alleged that this patio door was silent, and immediately everyone online was doubtful. Now, it looks like what they were referring to is that they can't hear the patio door from where their bedroom is in the trailer.
We've heard a lot about the patio door.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the patio door.
This is the patio door. everybody's saying on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok that the patio door makes a noise, and why they didn't hear the door open. The bedroom is back there, okay?
That far window.
The last window is the bedroom.
And so they would have come out this door.
They would have come out this
that
door.
morning.
Yes.
And then they went and played on the swing set.
Yes.
So this is what she was referring to. Here's the patio door, and their bedroom, like she says, is the very last room. And the stepfather, Daniel, has said a couple of times that they were in and out of sleep. It was a lazy morning for them, and the kids had been coming in and out of the bedroom. Next, Janie showed the reporter exactly where that boot footprint that belonged to Jack was located.
I was leveling out the ground to set up a pool. Right around here was where they found the only footprint.
This is where the boot.
This is where I was raking that night. That's where the boot print was found, in the mud where I was raking.
I thought there was two boot prints.
There was supposed to be a footprint found away up on the pipeline.
Right.
Malaya sent me the picture of it. That's all I know. There was a footprint found.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, the footprint was here. The only one that they can confirm that was Lily and Jack's was right here. One of the investigators came in here and was measuring it all.
She also shared that their property has been thoroughly searched a number of times and that she would be very willing to have it searched again.
I'm not here to lie. The reason why I wanted you guys to come here and do the interview here is to show you exactly where everything took place. And to show people that this is what happened. All the rumors and accusations about us murdering the kids and burying them on the property, this place has been searched thoroughly. The well has been checked, the septic tank, all the barns were searched. My RV was searched 3 times. If they want to come back and search again, they're more than welcome.
When asked about the publicity that this case has brought to her family, she said that she's even scared to leave her home now.
I'm scared to go out sometimes in my own property. I mostly stay around back here. And if I do go out front for anything, I usually have my head down because I don't want people to see who I am. That is me myself. It's not because I'm hiding from anybody. I'm just a quiet person that just wants to be left alone, and I mind my own business. I'm just a hermit.
When the reporter asked Janie if she felt the public and media were blaming her son Daniel or even her for the disappearance of the kids, she said yes. And she also shared that she feels the kids are still alive.
I do, because I live on the property. Come on.
Do you think your son had anything to do with the disappearance of Jack and Lily?
No, I don't believe Daniel had anything to do with the disappearance of Jack and Lily. Our heart don't lie, and my heart is telling me that my kid did not have nothing to do with this, and I had nothing to do with this. You know, if something bad happens, you get like your heart drops. Mine hasn't dropped. Deep down in my heart, I do believe Jack and Lily are alive. It's not because of what people are saying. It's my heart tells me that they are alive.
Now, she feels the children are still alive, and if that's the case, that would mean someone has abducted them and they're not lost in the woods. There has still been no real clues or evidence in this case other than allegedly a piece of Lily's blanket that was found and Jack's footprint that was located in the driveway. Police, however, say the case remains suspicious, as do all missing persons, but it seems they do still believe the children are somewhere in the woods. The situation is just baffling. How are Jack and Lily still missing almost 2.5 months later? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I will keep updating on this case, so make sure you hit follow.